Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to thank God for the opportunity for us to have this time together, for me to read for you and to you to interpret it, anything, how it fits into your life. So I've pre-pulled the cards not knowing what the subject was going to be, but I kind of think this is a divine masculine reading. So I want to thank all of you. We have had a couple trickle through to subscribe, so thank all of you who have been with me from the beginning to now, hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the comments, the sharing. It really does good for the channel, and it does good for me. So I hope the reading that you find some sort of clarification from it, and I hope you can apply it to your life. Okay, so it's all about receiving a message, taking your notes, determining what fits into your life, and what actions you have to take to move forward for you. Okay, and you're choosing everything in your life, right? You're not going to listen to one reader or all readers and gets all scrambled up on your thoughts. You're going to take particular information that you feel is applicable to your life, and you're going to jot it down, and then you'll review it later, and then you will take the steps to see that in your future, and then take the steps to actually move into that reality that you see in your future. Okay, so let's go with the reading. My handwritten cards: trust in God, stand up for yourself. So sometimes people get caught up in wanting to fit in where they're at, knowing that sometimes people say things to make them feel bad, to shrink down their confidence. That's all a type of manipulation. That's all a type of give me your power. If you allow me to talk to you that way, if you allow me to discredit who you are, if you stand there and take it, you're my energetic doormat. Okay, so nobody likes to, if this is at work or if this is at home, nobody likes that feeling. And nobody, a person who really loves you or cares for you would never have that part of what they would do to you, and including your friends. If your friends treat you that way, it's because they're trying to shrink you down to below where they're at. So understand that the way people treat you is most likely what they're lacking in their own life. Okay, so he or she chose not to elevate. Leave it to the Most High to bring in better. So this may be your twin flame who chose not to elevate, or it might be your twin flame who chose someone else. And your twin flame possibly has been watching you energetically, on your social media, whatever it is, through friends. It could be your person actually chose someone else because they still needed to learn lessons, and they started elevating because you started elevating. And because you started elevating made them elevate more. The person who they chose over you is choosing not to elevate. So it's a lesson where your person should have chosen you at first, but didn't feel good enough for you, and was maybe wasn't sure what the work would take to get it to where you would be an energetic match. So again, your person could have chose over you and the person they chose, right? So it's like a third party. You let your person go. You worked on yourself. You elevated yourself. When you elevated yourself, your person has been secretly watching you elevating from the lessons that you are teaching them. And their elevation is rising, but the person they chose over you is choosing not to elevate. So it could be your person chose over you, so leave it to the Most High to bring in better. Or it could be your person who chose other than you has elevated, and the person they chose over you chose not to elevate, so your person is left not feeling fulfilled by the time, the energy, whatever was put into that relationship, because there's no elevation for the third party. So it's a sign for your person to leave it to the Most High to bring in better. Got it? Okay, so wow, I spent a lot of time explaining that. I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was clear. Okay, so whoever this is for, be confident you are on the right path, the right track, with love in your life. When you choose yourself, when you choose to give yourself the nurturing that you deserve. Okay? Nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, be forgiving with yourself, and be that love that you wish to have in your life. Okay, it's taking action for the better. Always take action for the better. It'd be something simple as, well, not really simple. If there was like a car accident, God forbid, maybe someone hit someone on a bike, on a motorcycle or a 10-speed, whatever, and do you want to just stand there and be a watcher? Or do you want to take action to hopefully save somebody's life, or be there consoling someone and letting them know the ambulance is coming? You always want to choose to take action for the better, whether it's for you or someone else in your life, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, people are, they become adults. You can't do for them to make things better, right? You want to, and you've probably tried, but it doesn't get you too far, because they have to learn their own lesson. Okay, so you have to be strong enough to understand that as well. So it's going to be different strokes for different folks, okay? But for your own life, take action for betterment of your life. So that kind of is like a two-sided sword when I read it and talk about it. Okay, so your person was or is as regal as you. Unfortunately, your person allowed others to be lessened to like a peasant status. In other words, your person, you and your person actually matched at one point, but there was so much downplaying on either you or your person that held your person back from keeping the flame alive, right? The connection, the conversation. So possibly you were just cut off. Maybe it was a ghosting. Maybe it was someone saying something rude to you. I'm not sure, but you are regal because you hold yourself to a higher moral compass. And your person is or was allowing others to kind of push your person or keep your person kind of like under the thumb. You know the saying, I got you under my thumb. So that's kind of what it is, whether it's for money lust, sex, drugs, whatever it is. It's lower 5 things that, if you're watching any tarot readers, I honestly can't see you doing that. Okay, but again, to each their own. I don't judge. I'm just reading the card. I pray to break the chains that bind all twin flames for success of more love. So you pray it. I pray to break the chains that bind all twin flames for success of more love. And you live and learn. We live and we learn. Or we live and we go in the same cycles. We repeat the cycles. Sort of like a child of an alcoholic. So they say. The child of an alcoholic, if the child is fixated on staying away from having another alcoholic in their life, they've learned the lesson. If they haven't, then they'll keep repeating that lesson. They'll keep energetically connecting with, which when you're energetically connected, right, it's an attraction. An alcoholic's child will keep attracting other alcoholics, okay, because maybe they haven't healed themselves. Maybe they haven't, well, that's probably a big part of it, is going through the process. But live and learn, or live and keep doing the same cycle. It's basically why I wrote this card. Okay, so I pulled 3 cards from the messages from the mermaids, and I'm going to read these to you. And again, I believe this is a divine masculine reading, so this would be a message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Okay, so hope. He or she, because it could be male, female, whatever, right? Holding on to hope. When things feel hopeless, change your outlook to feeling hopeful. Trust in the magical flow of life and love. This mermaid can't see the sun shining behind her through the clouds or the vibrant rainbow. She's totally absorbed by her own inner world. All she needs to do is to look behind her, and she'll see the symbols of hope all around. Can you relate to her situation at this time? While it's important to acknowledge any pain and perhaps fear of the future combined with the feeling that hope is lost, it's equally important not to harbor these feelings for too long. Release them, knowing in your heart that hope can and will return again. Although it might feel that way, you're not at the mercy of your feelings and external circumstances. Each and every situation can be turned around so that you can recognize and nurture feelings of hope. Simply looking at things from another perspective can literally shine a new light on your life and bring hope to the forefront once again. Try meditating on your blessings and the positive things in your life. Make this a daily habit and you'll soon change your heart and mindset to a hopeful one. If you find yourself thinking hopeless thoughts, imagine them turning into clouds and visualize them floating out of your mind. In your mind's eye, see a beautiful, vibrant rainbow filled with hope beaming into your heart, filling it with vivid colors. The sun is shining and hope is present. You just need to open your heart to the possibilities and miracles that a renewed sense of hope can bring. Okay? Next is light. Again, this is, I believe, a divine masculine reading. So could be a message that you're feeling towards your person, or your person's wanting you to understand the message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. The light. Shine your light for all to see. You're like a lighthouse, and your light can illuminate any dark areas of your life. This mermaid reminds you to shine your light wherever you go and not to be shy. She reminds you to be aware that light is attractive to others and acts like a magnet, drawing others to it like moths to a flame. Sometimes we feel as if our light is missing, but in truth, it's always there. Even when we stand in the shadows, the light is there to guide us. Perhaps your inner shadows are being revealed so they can be exposed to the divine light of your soul. It could be the right time to explore shadow work, a shamanic practice. When light is present, darkness can't exist. This isn't to say that darkness is bad. Far from it, in fact, for in the darkness gestation occurs, and in the womb-like sanctuary of darkness ideas are formed and protected. It's important to remember that both light and dark are necessary for growth. A seed grows in darkness before it reaches for and is nurtured by the light. Are you being called to shine your light for others, to show them the way physically, mentally, or spiritually? For when your light shines fully, you have the ability not only to illuminate your own path, but also the paths of others. If you feel your light is dimming, it's time for self-care. Nurture yourself with relaxation, meditation, and the healthy nutrition of fresh foods until you feel your energy and light restored. Next, we have inner knowing. So your person must have an inner knowing already. This is the moment to trust your inner knowing. The stage of doubting is over, and it's time to believe in yourself. This mermaid has the look of inner knowing, and she's swimming into your reading today to affirm that you have access to this inner knowing too. It's about believing in yourself and trusting your intuition, which is a powerful tool in life. When you believe in this inner knowing, you'll see stagnant areas of your life begin to flow again as you trust your ability to know things. Are you always doubting your intuition? Perhaps you're in denial about something that deep down you know to be true. Allow yourself the freedom to trust the innate instinct, also known as your gut feeling. Acting on your inner knowing is the correct course of action. Sometimes it might not make sense on a rational level, yet deep inside, at the sense on a rational level, yet deep inside at the core of your being, you know that you're correct. This isn't arrogance, it's having confidence in your ability to trust in yourself. When this card appears in a reading, it means that you already know what to do. Perhaps you feel fear or trepidation to act on this instinct. The more you learn to trust this aspect of yourself, the easier following your inner guidance will become. There could be someone around you who is trying to convince you to doubt your own instincts. If this is the case, always remember to tune in before following the advice of anyone else. What's right for one person may not be right for another. Different strokes for different folks. Okay? So, again, this card has been out for a while. Miracles Now. The true abundance is an inside job. So, what you feel your self-worth is what your self-worth will be worth. Okay? Your spirit, your soul, if you believe that you are deserving of a good life, if you believe that spirit wants that for you, have you put in the work? Do you acknowledge where you've gone wrong in your life? Have you reflected on your past in a positive way? None of us have a perfect past. Do you recognize the changes that you need to change to become a better person that you can value? Like if you have a shitty attitude, if you treat people shitty, that is a reflection of who you are. If you treat people with honor and respect and set boundaries up, and it's a even give and take. If you've done the work that you believe you need to do, that's healing to your heart, if you've committed to make your life better, I mean, everybody has to look at themselves and determine where they're at in life. Okay, it's not up to me to judge you and say, well, you didn't work on this, you didn't work on that, and what you did work on really didn't amount to too much, right? We don't want any negativity around us. We want to improve ourselves at our own pace. And sometimes God is pushing you to go faster, So that's why all those towers come in, If you're in the wrong place, it's like, if you're in the wrong place, then you end up taking bad advice from people who you love and you believe that they love you. You take their bad advice and then you end up with the short stick at the end. When in deep inside, this is what I want, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do with my life. If I tell you no, that's foolish, no, that's stupid, no, you're an idiot, that should give you like the inclination that they don't want you to do better than them. Okay, so moving forward, I pulled out several cards from the Archangel Tarot cards, and I'm just going to read the cards to you. I'm not going to read out of the book because I want to make sure I have enough time to do the others. Okay, so the first one we have is Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Page of Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Eight of Raphael. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Queen of Ariel. Mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. Epiphany, Archangel Raziel. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. And the last, the Wheel, Archangel Jeremiah. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Okay, so that's that. Now, I pulled several cards out of the Tattoo Tarot, and I'm going to read these for you, so you can determine if this is your man or this is your woman, divine feminine, divine masculine. Again, I feel like when I started the video, I already had pulled all the cards. So with these cards coming out of the Tattoo Tarot, that's what made me feel like it's a divine masculine, and you'll hopefully understand why. King of Cups comes out. Fair or blonde, older male, responsible, honest, kind man, creative, educated, or professional, liberal, poetic, artistic, religious, legal, beagle, or businessman, fluctuating, unreliable, lacking persistent. So the last three descriptions is probably if he's upside down. Okay, but take what resonates for you. The next is the High Priestess. Moon Goddess, deep knowledge, intuition, foresight, intelligence, enlightenment, understanding, wisdom, science, education, inspirational, mystery, divination, prophecy, sanctuary, pride. Could be egotistical, surface knowledge, emotional instability, unforgiving. The Six of Wands. Good news, well-earned victory, hopes and expectations fulfilled, public honors, success that builds future success, honest discussion needed where there has been doubt or apprehension. Next is Six of Cups. Past connection, childhood memories, old relationships, joy and nostalgia, renewal, new cycle, harmonious networks, positive influences, favors earned and returned, blessings passed on. Okay, then the Emperor comes out. The King, male power, authority, leadership, proficiency, wealth, stability, perseverance, endurance, realization, effect, being effective, logic, experience, obstruction, lack of ability, weak, character, immature, rebellious. If the negative is if they're turned upside down. And the last is the Wheel of Fortune. Cycles of life, destiny, a new cycle, evolutions through progression, advancement, success, manifestation, unexpected events, sudden luck, ache, godsend, ups and downs, one person's loss, another's gain. Okay, so the angel numbers I pulled out of the Akashic Tarot, and I have time to read these to you. So the first one is the Five of Keys. And I'm going to do the Joanne angel numbers too. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flours, sugars, and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these, victory is assured. There is an abundance of sweet nourishment and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours. Celebrate. Close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open the door and see what lies ahead. The next is Archangel Michael, number 9. Archangel Michael is a channel of divine power. He is seen here sharing his energy with 2 small children, bringing them great strength and support. So, when we speak about twin flames, they're like in their inner child, right? So if you look at those, you could kind of visualize, right? Maybe the divine feminine's a little bit older, and maybe the divine masculine's a little bit younger. So if you feel like it resonates that way, I just came across it this time. He is about to pick up the boy, and he can help lift your energy too. When you receive this card, know that your energy reflects Michael's amazing strength. This can be a cycle of increasing power for you, one where you feel your courage growing and you know what action to take next. Trust your convictions, your power, and your resourcefulness. Michael upright heralds a time of greater courage, force, initiative, and action, so don't delay. He's right there with you, so tap into the dynamo within you and take the action that compels you. With Michael and your own power, you can move mountains and lift yourself to new heights. Close your eyes and sense Archangel Michael's approach. Begin to feel the force of your own courage and strength grow within you, making you ready to take action with confidence and peace. Feel the power that fills every part of you now. So that's a 5, and a 9. And then our angel number is going to be 591, because we agreed that any court cards would just be a 1. And I actually said, oh, let me see if I'll get another card. The other card was a 10. So I was like, okay, we'll just keep the King of Roses. All right, so let me read the King of Roses, and then I'll do the angel number 591. The King of Roses. This card shows a man holding 2 roses, a red one and a white one, demonstrating a balance of passion and purity. At his feet are the yellow roses of healing and creativity. This is the King of Love, a man who is balanced and well-rounded. When he appears upright in your spread, it indicates that a potential union could be at hand, either in friendship, business, or even romance. Whether this is a new relationship or the blossoming of an old one, this man brings tender-hearted and thoughtful support. He is also someone who could be helpful in your personal life, especially where home and family issues are concerned. Whether the King of Roses is you or another man, the role of husband or father is now opening to create a happy home and family. This card also lets you know that you are ready to stand up for yourself and take loving but considered action on your own behalf. It's time of increasing love and compassion, which always starts within. Close your eyes and step into the robes of the King of Roses. You are the king of family, home, and community. Feel a sense of care swell within you. What would you like to bring to the world around you now? Okay, so I got to turn off our alpha waves on the, what are they called? Hertz healing. Okay, so let's see. How do I get that? All right, I have to go to the beginning. 591 is the angel number. There's actually, it says twin flame, but I'm just going to go to Joanne. So if you want to know more, just Google 591 angel number, and it'll give you the options. I think the last time I did, when I saw twin flame, but I'm just going to do this Joanne Sacred Scribes. Number 591 is a combination of the influences and attributes of number 5 and number 9 and the qualities of number 1. Number 5 resonates with learning life lessons through experience, breaking free from restraints and constraints, making positive life choices and changes, courage and being courageous, versatility and motivation. Number 9 adds its energies of the humanitarian, divine, and inner wisdom, the universal spiritual laws, light workers and light working, high ideals and humility, altruism and benevolence, empathy and compassion, and leading by positive example. Number 1 relates to intuition and insight, new beginnings and fresh starts, self-leadership and assertiveness, striving forward and progress. Number 1 encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and reminds us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Angel number 591 asks you to trust the message you are receiving intuitively as they are guiding you towards making positive life changes that will assist you with your divine life purpose and soul mission. Your angels support and encourage you to make necessary life changes and are with you every step of the way. Know that you will have all that you need to walk your path with confidence and self-belief. Trust the guidance from the angels and your own intuition and inner wisdom. Angel number 591 may suggest that sweeping positive changes are ahead of you, and you are asked to let go of the old with love and gratitude in order to make room for the new to enter your life. Be assured that these life changes will have long-term positive effects on many levels. Angel number 591 asks you to maintain a positive attitude about the purpose of your being and follow the guidance sent to you along the way. Although at times you may face obstacles or feel sorrow, confusion, or disillusionment, remember that they are only short phases in your life and serve you as experiences to grow and learn from. Allow your light brightly to illuminate the way for others. So, I don't know about you, but I really think that this turned out to be a powerful message. So, going through the cards, it's a reassurance that material needs will be fulfilled. That there's exciting challenges. They're there to test your courage, to see will you take the challenge and will you do your best so that you can learn and grow. And if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling like you're there and that's for whatever reason you need to be there, there's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. It's a spiritual quest. How can you go wrong, right? You know, a spiritual quest, if you are asked by Spirit to lead people out of darkness, how can you not accept a challenge like that? You know, you're choosing good over bad. You just can't lose, you know? When it comes to your soul, you can't lose, right? So maybe you're the queen in this person's life, and if I say this is a divine masculine reading, he's been watching you. Okay, he sees you nurturing yourself, and he sees that you're nurturing those you love, and he sees that you can make anything more beautiful. And he sees how practical and wise the advice that you give. And he's having an epiphany about the possibilities. Answers that come through meditation. End of delays, new beginning. Where did I read that? Someone's loss is another person's gain. Okay, so if it's your twin flame, if it's your soul person, your soulmate that's gone somewhere else, and you really feel in your heart that they're coming back, the person who had them, the person who had her, however it resonates, didn't really take good care. Or maybe both of them didn't take good care. You know, they were both there to learn a lesson about themselves and about each other. Realizing that maybe your person was giving more, put the third party up at the top of the wheel. And now your person's saying, hey, I'm tired of being someone's doormat. I'm tired of being the laughing stock of the community because I put up with whatever. Maybe your person's third party is a cheater. Maybe they're a thief. Maybe they're manipulators. I don't know your story, okay? But they very well could have kept them if they made the right choices, but they were more selfish than your person. They were more greedy than your person. They were more malicious than your person. So now your person's learned, man, I treated my person like that, and I thought I could find better. And I actually found better than me. Someone who could manipulate better than me. Someone who could be more of a thief. Thief of a heart. Thief of a love. Thief of whatever. Financial gains. Whatever it is. Your person found better than what he or she was. And they were there to learn the lesson that don't treat people like this, because it really does hurt. And then with these cards here, wishes fulfilled. That was kind of the same as what was that? Wishes fulfilled. Wishes fulfilled. Let me just see these cards again. Oh, material needs will get fulfilled. So that's kind of a match. Something else. Oh, the wheel came out twice. And sort of look at these two like maybe your person's following a spiritualist that's for the good, and they help them to see an epiphany in their own life. Maybe your person sees you as the queen. So the Queen of Ariel, nurture yourself and those you love, and then the King of Cups. He's going to give you the same energy that you give to him. And these two, 6-6. One's about past loves, past nostalgia from someone from the past, and having victory regarding that. If you take the challenge, or if your person takes the challenge. There's something better for you. Do what you know is right. A spiritual quest. That's holding on to hope and light and having the inner knowing. Your person's really the emperor. When you were with him or her, they probably didn't even see who they were. Everybody else did. They saw that the presence, the feeling, the energy of that person was amazing. Maybe she was blessed with good looks too. In any event, at the time when you were with your person, they didn't even realize it. So you may have saw them as everything, and they may have saw you as everything, but they didn't see themselves matching you, even though they had it in them. So yeah, you had to walk away and let them grow. You had to leave them with the sense of, hey, I love you, I care about you, but it's time for me to go. And if we're meant to be, then, there'll be a reconnection. So maybe it's been a time period, I don't know, 6 months, a year, 5 years. And if you're reconnecting, you have to use your discernment. What is your path? What did God promise you? Did God promise you a power couple, energy that's so protected? In your vision, did you see that God promised you a child to be born that is going to know everything there is to know about love, because the child is going to be taught by two people who purely love and purely protect and will die for their family, protecting and never allowing anyone in the sense of meddling, in the sense of trying to put screws into the relationship where screws are not needed. If God promised you all of this, then you should already know that your person's going to come back to you when Spirit says he or she has finally bossed up. He or she is finally the person that you need them to be, because you are the person that they need you to be. And they're coming back. Okay? So that's the end of my reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, this is a general reading, and take what applies and discard the rest, and understand that what you see in your future, make it good, because you see these people living their dreams. If they can do it, you can do it. A funny story real quick is, it's not really that funny, but I have a brother who's a year and 4 days older than me. So, my parents were not wealthy, so we always had together gifts. And so we actually got separated because, well, we were kind of orphaned, and I stayed with certain siblings and he stayed with certain siblings. So we actually stopped living together as a family when I was in 8th grade. So from 8th grade to high school, I stopped communicating with my brother, because back then cell phones, if they were around, they probably were very expensive. But, I don't think they were around back then. And, putting money in the machine to make a phone call and having a number to reach him at and all that, we were both just doing what we had to survive this life that God placed in front of us. And trying to put my cards up while I'm talking. So anyways, so I was 17 and I was living in Salt Lake City with my second oldest sister and her family. and some things transpired, and I was like, no, I'm not going to give you any more money than what you're getting already. And I said, I'll go in the service before I give you a dime. You're already getting that money from Social Security from my mother dying and so forth. And so you're not getting any more money. So I went in the service. I turned 18 my last week of boot camp. Well, he's not my kid brother. I'm a year and 4 days younger than him. But my brother, he was like, well, kind of, if Marcia can do it, I can do it too. So his first week of boot camp in the Army was my last week of boot camp in the Navy. And then he ended up, I think he did get to go to Hawaii for a bit, but then he was in Germany. I was stationed on the East Coast, so we lost connection until he got stationed, I think in Fort Bragg in North Carolina. No, he wasn't there. He was like somewhere in Kentucky, but he met his first wife, and then they divorced, and then he came to Virginia, and then we lived together for a while, and then he got his own place. But anyways, yeah, I actually have my brother Michael, who passed away, who went into the Army, and he's quite a few years older than me and my brother Kenny. But God bless my brother's soul, Mike. He's passed on now, and well, you know, I say he did the best that he could with what he had, and you know, that's all we can ask people. And you know, a lot of people said he burned bridges, and you know, that's really unfortunate because I don't know. It's unfortunate that big families don't really stay together too close. And even little, smaller families, they don't stay together too close. But when you have a lot of situations and a lot of things unhealed, a lot of things said and a lot of things unsaid, it causes a lot of discontent, and it causes a lot of heartache. So, you know, the smart ones actually just walk away and not be involved in negativity, you know, and just keep living their lives the best way they can, because that's all we can do in this world is to live the best life that we can and share our knowledge with others and help people along the way. And, you know, really being, you know, part of a community that is caring. You know, I really was trying to be a part of the community, but, you know, if they don't want me here, they don't want me here. So I don't think they like my innovative ideas on how to produce more money for the town. I'm really kind of an outsider since I just grew up here till I was 12. You know, I didn't live my full life here. So it's kind of like I have these ideas that aren't even researched. It's like, well, you know, if you could bring in $5,000 a month for all the cost in the town and bank some of it, you know, because right now I don't really know what the whole financial thing is, but I know my water bill goes up every year for like $3 or $4. So that's to create more jobs. It's to pay for people's raises. It's to keep the lights on. But you know, I've given them different things that they could do. I still have a few more ideas I haven't approached them on, but I kind of think it would be one of those things where, you know, someone's going to have to fork out the money to do that, to get it up and running. And but But yeah, I have a few more ideas that I still want to turn over to them. And maybe one day I'll be in the position that I can help them with that. And, make our little town, they call it a city now. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want it to be a city. I want it to stay a town. I want the speed limit and going right through town to be 25, not 30. There's some sections that's 30, and then there's some sections that I think is 35. But I have big plans for this town, to do better and be better. But people don't like it when people have good ideas that they didn't think of, so why even talk about it? Or they actually try to introduce it as their own, but they don't really know the full scope of it because it wasn't their idea, and they haven't really done the research on how to bring it to fruition. So I've crossed those paths too. And it's just over time, you live and you learn, and you just try to keep your chin up, and you try to understand that not all people think out of the box. Not all people like changes unless they're the ones procuring the change, So it's like all water underneath the bridge. To be part of this community, I'm not willing to suck up to negative. When I see liars and cheats and people who dishonor, the last ones I'm going to suck up to. If you're on the council and you refuse to speak any truth that you believe, why are you a council person? Why are you even there? To be a yes man, to be a yes woman? You got to be able to speak up. That's part of it. Speaking from your heart, what you want to see to develop this little town into a safety haven, the little heaven of Santa Barbara County, right? This town is still a town to me. Again, it's considered a city, but I think we have like 8,000 people that live here. And when I was growing up here, there's only 1,250 people. And everybody knew everybody. And, well, maybe you don't know. Maybe you live in a big city. It's funny, coming from a small town, I was in Hawaii for a whole year after Chris left. A whole year and a month. He left in November 2019, and I left December 11th or 12th in 2020. But so that Christmas I'd be like walking the dog or something. It'd be old people sitting over at the bus station, and I'd walk by them and I would tell them Merry Christmas, and they would look at each other and smile and say Merry Christmas back, because people don't do that anymore. People, 50 years ago, people did that. Probably in maybe not the big cities like New York City, but maybe 70 years ago, they did that in the big city. I don't know. You'd have to ask someone from Hell's Kitchen or Greenwich Village, whatever that place is called. You'd have to talk to someone from way back in the day. But in my town, we always greeted everybody we passed. There was only 1,250 people. How many people could be walking the streets during that time? In the 70s, people did, I don't know, the town was a little more alive back then, they had more shops open. And, but yeah, people did that. They walked by someone and they said, hello, good morning, how are you? you know. And a lot of people actually knew each other's names. Now you walk by people, you could live here for 5 years and you walk by people and you don't even know your neighbors. So we have to bring more love back into the world. That's what all the tarot readers are telling you, right? How could bringing love, more love back into the world, how could anyone see that as evil? Because it's not. We're all energetically connected. We all have the power within us to connect to the divine. Just happens that my bloodline is really special. Along with a lot of other readers. I think Astro Queen, her ancestry is like that. And then there was one, Nita from Blue Nomad. Her ancestry was that way. So I don't know, you'd have to check with the others. See, but I know my bloodline is energetically connected. My grandmother prayed a lot, you know. So I'll keep praying for all of you, that you find all the love in your life that you need, want, desire, and are worthy of. And I'll pray that God sends his angels to protect you and to love you, to send angels to guide you. Guide you, you know, to bring in the people that you need in your life to fulfill your journey, to fulfill your path. I pray that you all will be materially safe, you know. You have the safety of a home, a working car, you know, the means to put food in your refrigerator, to buy your family clothes. The better you take care of things, the longer you get to keep them. You know, the smarter you are about your budget, you know, like let's see, it's like I'm really trying to take care of my teeth now, and at my age, you know, I can only do so much, but I actually went out and got a thing of baking soda, and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I keep it in the bathroom. So it's only for my use, because I take my toothbrush and I dip it in the water, the running water, and then I dip it in the baking soda, and then I put a little pea size of toothpaste on it. Then I brush my teeth. So the baking soda is it's a good cleanser for your teeth and gums, and for your tongue, because your tongue carries a lot of germs. And so I do that when I brush my teeth. It feels really good. And I have a different way of scrubbing my dishes, so I'll have to tell you more about it. If you if you buy garlic in a little bag, a little I don't know what kind of material, it's like a little net. I take the net and I fill it up with more of those, and I actually use that like to scrub my pots and pans instead of buying a scrubby. The scrubby's only $1, but I kind of feel like, why litter the earth with more rubbish when I can put that little scrubby that I made, put it to use, instead of just letting it go in the trash. And it's actually held up really good, and since it's all that plastic netty material, you know, it's easy to keep clean. I'm finding all kinds of ways to be more conscious of Mother Earth. So there's so much that we can do, right? If we just take the steps and we share these little things with each other, then we can start just doing a little bit better at a time. And hopefully you all will find other, or already know of other things to be in a sense of saving, like saving Mother Earth, right? That you'll be sharing with us, I hope. And it's all about loving everything in your life. So those were just a couple things I thought I'd put out there for you. I hope that you appreciated the reading. I hope that you found some sort of clarification to help you to choose your path, to be awoke, to be aware of everybody and everything around you, and to not get sucked up into the negativity, because it's really not that good for you. You hold on to things, and pretty soon you're putting on weight. When you hold on to things, you could have the opposite effect. If you hold on to things that are really eating you up inside, you could decide you're not going to eat it anymore. You can decide that life's not worth living. You can decide to literally starve yourself. You could decide to take 100 aspirin in a month and drink a whole bunch of beer and smoke a whole bunch of cigarettes, trying to kill yourself because you haven't healed on the inside. You can do so much damage. You could be all that negative stuff. You see what I'm saying? So choose yourself, and choose the kind of love that you want in your life. The kind of love that's going to love you unconditionally. And you give that same back. And you too. I don't really believe in all that poly stuff, so to each their own. I believe in two. I don't really care if it's girl, girl, boy, boy. Whatever it is for you. I believe anything more than two's a situation, a bad situation. Anyways, so I just keep it the way that I know. So pardon me if you see different, but basically, if you come together with your person, or if God brings you another person, or the person, share the energy that one gives you. Receive it and share it back. Okay? Giving too much and not receiving that much back, if that continues, that person that's not getting too much is going to recognize it. And, you got to keep it balanced, whatever that means for you. Anyways, that's the end of the reading. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And again, pray for the better tomorrow. Write it down. Plot it out. Plan it. And figure out through good sources, through good reasoning, how to manifest that into your life. God bless you all. If no one has told you today that you are loved, I love you.